Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Metaphor ReFantazio. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we made it to Brylehaven, and now we're just waiting for...
Alright then.
me to figure out where I'm going. Ooh. That guy is not having a good day. But we have to go this way, and the inn should be a straight shot across. I don't want to spend any money. I'm feeling, whoa.
Just can't stand it.
We can see that thing all the way from over here? That must be some kind of magic. Because you can't...
Alright then.
I walked past it. You can't see... Wait, what is that? What is that? Well, we'll probably be finding out. View of the sea. We'll probably be finding out before too long.
Just can't stand it.
We have to... Oh, it's down here. I think?
Hello.
What's... Calm Ferryman.
Need a ride?
Anywhere you want to go. I'll take you to the far bank. Anglers Inn Square.
Good choice.
Neat. Okay, well. Oh! So what was across the waves? Yes, why can we see this from here? You can really see the king's face from here, huh? That would make it, in order for it to be this large in Brylehaven, that thing would have to be super friggin', it's, okay, but it is magic. I'd realized 'twas slowly moving, but its coming to Brylehaven was beyond my expectations. It came to Brylehaven, so it's following the competition. I wonder why it came, because this is where the action is.
Yes.
I do suspect it keeps a watchful eye on the top candidates. It's evident that we're being observed, as we've seen from the coronation rock.
Well,
Maybe that's actually for the better. Seeing that thing in the sky might make everyone really think about the kingdom's future.
okay then.
Anyway, we'd better get to finding an inn we can stay at. Okay, because I was about to say, in order to be able to see that thing that clearly from all the way over here, it would have had to have blotted out the sky over in the other city. Do we have 3 different options for places to stay at? What is this? Oh, 3 different entrances for the Anglers Inn, duh. I think. Or not? What does that say? Loveless. Well, that person, this guy is probably another follower. Because compared to everybody else around, he's dressed pretty crazy. How do we get... What the heck?
Let's go.
So this is Anglers Inn Square, but how do we get...
Ridiculous.
Do we have to talk to somebody and be told that there's no place to stay here, or what? Oh, this is one of the candidates! I saw you in Matera, didn't I? Another participant in the tournament, right? Were you planning to stay at this inn? Unfortunately, there aren't any beds left. Yeah, I figured. But the fact that we couldn't actually go in clued me in. Because of the exhibition, everywhere's full up. And after I told myself I was going to make sure to stay somewhere nice this time, too. Her making it here, I wonder what else she fights. That's so. If this place is no good, we'll have to look for somewhere else. But wait, that gauntlet runner of yours, the one you had parked in the middle of Matera. I think we're good staying in the berths there for a while. Hey, come on, what sort of technology does it use? Let me in on it too.
What?
You're terrible saying you don't remember me. I'm Lena Caden, the only daughter of the Caden Workshop. Just so you know, I'm participating too. I've got a real gauntlet runner of my own and everything. That means if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force. I'd like to see you try, Lena. So she's supposed to be a bat? She looks more like a cheetah rat thing. But we can't stay here. Is this? Oh, is Loveless also competing? So I guess we have to find out from each of the 3 candidates that are here that were SOL. Look who's here. You're that elder fella from Matera, ain't ya? Guess we both got ourselves marks for the exhibition. Were you hoping to stay at this inn? Sorry to disappoint you if so, because I just got tossed out of my ear by the innkeeper. Said it's already full, and the one calling itself the Come On, Come All In. Psst, some joke, eh? There's 2 other inns nearby, but I'm hardly thrilled with either option. On the other side of the fountain is the Golden Coral Pavilion, where nobody or knobby wankers like Forden stay. A Parapus or an elder staying there? Fat bloody chance. And there's an inn past the Golden Coral, but that one's twice as pricey. Rumors say that's where you'll find Louise, naturally. Probably bought out the whole place for his rabble-rousing crew.
I guess,
You
but...
think so? I guess we'd better avoid that one then. Psst, not like we could afford it to begin with. As far as other options go, there's the Spider's Den over by the tavern, which I'm guessing is going to be our place then. There's a dodgy-looking U-Jeep standing out front, smiling all creepy-like. Puts me right off staying there, so I'll pass. I mean, it doesn't seem like you got very many options, Lovelace. Besides, who needs an inn where there's a tavern? From this day on, I claim it as my castle.
Huh?
I doubt we get much sleep in a tavern. I sure wouldn't anyway. Not that the Spider's Den sounds much better. Okay, so I guess we still have to chat this guy up. Milo.
What is it you require?
You there. You have a look about you like one of my supporters. Are you? You truly haven't heard of me. Oh, I am shocked. And yet how lucky you are to be granted the privilege of my exquisite form for the first time.
Yeah.
Beauty is all is my creed. And more than anything, a king should be beautiful, should he not? I feel like there's a couple more qualities that they should have ahead of that, but you know what? Whatever. And whichever inn I choose for my beauty rest must be worthy of my resplendent grace. Yes, like this Golden Coral Pavilion. Alas, I doubt you have been blessed with wealth enough to enjoy a room in such a lavish place as this. This guy's a jerk! I wouldn't want to stay at an inn full of people like him anyway. Unfortunately, all the other decent inns seem to be full, so we've only got one choice left. I really don't want to. Should we check out this Spider's Den we heard about from Loveless earlier? What other option do we have? But alright. And there's our buddy boy, just chilling and lounging.
Alright then.
Alright, so it's down this side street. And a dodgy-looking UG, wary innkeeper, on the hunt for lodging, are we? I have a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone, and my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals? Persecuted tribes? Oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business away.
Enjoy your stay.
Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards. He's gonna get a feel for how, he's either gonna rob us or he's gonna get a feel for how desperate we are for a place to stay and charge accordingly.
Freaky.
This place really seems shady, but we might as well look at the room. Yeah.
Well, should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Wait.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Oh my gosh. And with Gallica's stature, those bugs are, oh man, I wouldn't want to be her size. Oh.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
He's afraid of them? Don't you eat that stuff, Heisme? Is that racist?
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
That's adorable!
Hence the hut.
Really?
That's why you lived in that hut?
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that.
Man, it can't go that swimming. I fully expect Joanna to show up, but I don't think it's gonna be so simple. They're There's no way they don't kill her. I'm so sorry. There's no way she's surviving past tomorrow.
Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louise.
Oh! The sins of the mother. In a religious sense.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
Honestly, there's really not a doubt in my mind.
We have to trust her.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part.
Yeah, she might have thought it had some part of her kid's spirit inside of it.
I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the dais. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
There's no friggin' way. He wants us to execute him for a crime he didn't commit?
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right, Heisme has very quickly become one of my favorites.
Right, we've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
And that voice, it was wild coming out of him the first time, but it's really grown on me.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh, Heisme, you big kidder, you.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
I've actually been wondering whether I should bother to continue buying the things, because it's not like I ever remember to reference them. Uh-oh, what's all this?
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
But of course, you got a much more sensible option right next to him.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other.
I don't know, man.
When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
This guy, that's not even a meritocracy. It's pretty privilege times a million. Oh, I hope you're beautiful.
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
That's true. The halo effect is a real thing.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right?
You know, I mean, merit and ability will get you won't get you as far as people liking you.
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars.
Who is this guy? I don't remember seeing him at the thing at all.
Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing. When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Rousant tribe at its head.
I feel like that's, well, because Rousants, those are, I can't remember what Stroll's tribe is called, but that's Hulkenberg's tribe. And I know Stroll said his was the most numerous, but Rousant seemed to be just maybe a quarter step behind them in society. Still, appealing to not only appealing to one tribe, but saying that you plan to put them above everybody else? How can that be a popular sentiment?
Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command. Hear, hear! For Rusant pride!
Wait, is that guy a Rusant?
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men. We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open.
Oh yeah! The rich are on the menu!
Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be ahead lighter. We'll split their fortunes and toast to our help.
Hold on! Katharina is spitting hot fire!
Preach it, Katharina! You just what this land needs!
Yeah! Paint her green, call her Luigi, let's get it going!
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
You know what, Stroll? We'll iron out all the details later.
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
I mean, yeah.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Oh, shut up.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Forden.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
Or he might know that whatever he's got is more impressive than any of the speeches being given out here.
I confess, I know not how to feel.
Wait, what? Everybody sounded crazy up there except for Katharina.
Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's fair. Isn't that like illegal in England or something? No, you can criticize. I think people just really like the friggin' monarchy. I don't know, but...
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
The will of the people.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
Man, we gotta throw down for Katharina if it comes to it. And then she'll be throwing down for us. That friggin' guy. Wait, what's that? That looks like some kind of game. Oh, it's an aquarium type deal.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
I feel like this guy should probably have his eyes on a bit of a grander prize.
Woo! Next round's on Loveless.
Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
How?
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Oh no! I really don't want Claudel in the party! Ugh.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
Maybe Luis will execute him, or he'll die, and that'll be Yuna's catalyst for joining us. I will be... Oh, I don't want him in the party.
That lad there, he's an elder, ain't he? Are you a candidate too?
Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be had a look in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
You'll see. We got ourselves an ace in the hole.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
And that aquarium is gigantic, too. It's really impressive.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
That seems like the most unpopular thing ever. Could you imagine if you don't work, you don't eat, but then you have to pay for it too?
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Why do I have to do it? All right, well, so this is now we're gonna be able to fish going forward. Ugh, what is that? I caught some weird, creepy creature. And of course, Hulkenberg.
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite natural.
It's stinky and it's still twitching after dying.
By all means, let us try it.
Of course, Hulkenberg would be down.
Did she even look at it?
Why, tis
Delicious.
delicious.
What are her taste buds, dude?
The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
I'm out. Crunchy fish. Like the fish. I like fish. Breaded fish, but the bones.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
You've got a lot of faith.
At least we'll die together.
Oh, well, I was the one who suggested fishing. Right. The noble thing to do is see it through. Ugh. It's rather slimy for my liking.
That's why I love fish, but I won't eat catfish. It's too slimy.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
So what, are we just eating its raw guts?
Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
Or maybe her palate is just so refined as mere mortals can't comprehend. Either way, more for her.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Maybe you remember me.
Hard to forget.
Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martyra, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
Yeah, he knows what we're up to, but I'm surprised. I don't think he's a follower. I was so sure he was going to be when we saw him first.
How did you hear about all this?
It's a crier's business to hear things.
Fair enough.
So, do you have a head ready?
Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose.
Yeah.
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party.
And it's only gonna get more diverse.
I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you, alright?
Alright, make sure you get our names in everybody's mouths.
That crier's an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
Is it that? Because he kind of seems like...
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on.
Alright, there it is. Him putting in that work for us.
Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Now, hold on. Don't start putting us on that level. He's about to have everybody walking around with grand expectations for us.
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
Oh, they think he's drunk?
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
Alright, and we shall. Joanna and Barden should reach the city by morning. Oh, Barden's accompanying her. Okay, we're good to go then. And I imagine they will aim to find us in our gauntlet runner. Neris ought to be there to greet them. When the day dawns, we should head to the gauntlet runner. Alright, and in that case... How do we... Okay, so, just gonna hit the bed. Yeah.
Good night.
So, very...
Time marches on.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Very curious about how this is going to turn out. Whoa!
The man's sloshed. Again.
He's got a problem.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Okay, cool. So at least he hasn't screwed us up too much.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
They'll come.
No. They'll come.
Ah! I'm going to splash some water on my face.
Go ahead and cool herself off. What happened?
What?
Oh!
My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
Oh! She did see! She saw everything!
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
He's just been hanging out in the Gauntlet Runner?
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctoress.
And then Hulkenberg got herself an eyeful.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a ballet thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins.
I'm gonna feel, okay, I don't know, like, she was trying to kill us a few days ago, but I'm gonna feel really bad when they chop her head off.
It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
I guess Ishkia are just like that.
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
Oh, Joanna.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves.
See, exactly! Stroll gets it!
In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
I've heard that right before people are about to die, they do get a bit of a burst of, like she said, clarity and focus and purpose and energy.
The fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
Yes, I intend to.
Got to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Yeah, let's head over and show them what we got. I'm really curious to see what Luis brought, honestly. Whatever it is, definitely gonna be insane.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne.
Who's the penguin-looking guy? And we've got somebody with a chess piece head? I guess there are a lot more participants than I thought.
At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
All right, so this is going to be a major culling.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
Easy, we'll just have to make it so there's not very many other participants. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table. Starting with his and her highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship.
Her ladyship? Which one? So these are the people from the opening.
Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there?
Is
the
the
general, is he?
Is the bald one a woman?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church.
Who I feel like she'll definitely be joining our party, but I'm not sure if it's going to be in like a combat capacity or a Nura's support capacity.
Better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
So, but we've already got the healer from Maria. Well, wait. And also, she can't be a follower. We got like, oh my gosh, so many female followers before any of the dudes started trickling in.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot.
Yeah, she didn't have a speech prepped.
Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood.
Really? That's what she could come up with?
And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
So she's a big water nerd?
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
She's really going off about that stuff. But okay, a great monster in Oceania. We'll probably be dealing with that ourselves.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
Wait. Yuna's not an Ishkia, though.
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
Okay, so in that case, Rella is not going to join our party then.
We better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
All right. So we're about to see what everybody brought.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
Whoa, that looks like a giant one of those things that can use fishy fandango. Wait, what? It's just a... Well, it is a big fish, but... Was it...
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
You know what? That's genuinely impressive. That's actually really cool of him.
A stand-up fellow, my good people. Strength and compassion in one package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start.
Right, who wouldn't be so down for that?
Now, is there anyone who can top this?
let's just pretend that cart is full of ice or something.
I can.
Sure, let's see what you got.
And we have a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound.
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner.
So what, is this gonna be a part of a human?
I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
It does look human. It does look human-like.
Where's your proof?
Oh, well, hey.
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing. You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Oh, he's not doing too hot.
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Oh, okay, so he's telling... I mean, yeah, I figured he's telling the truth, but... You're gonna need a bit more than the truth.
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down.
He'll probably be pretty low. I'm sure he'll be able to hit 20...
Now, on to the next.
Like, I'm sure he'll be able to hit the top 20, but lower than us, probably. Here's Luis's. Yeah. No, what is that? A giant squid. So, his is...
that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea?
Oh, I guess we won't be dealing with that.
Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
All right, well, there we go. He saved us the trouble.
Expected anything less. His Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
A supersized version of what Godot accomplished. Yeah.
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It's not looking great.
It's not looking great.
We still got this, though.
If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
That is true. Recency bias might carry us. It completely sank Gladel, though.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now.
All right, so through and through, going through all of them.
Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Whew. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show.
He gave us the last spot on purpose.
Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Oh, help from a friend in a high place.
Where's their head?
Where indeed. Oh.
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martyra? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Yes, her reputation precedes her. Exactly what we want.
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
Now hold on, Godot. Before you get any more outraged, you may want to hear what she's got to say.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there.
Isn't that Heisme? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heisme. You chief of all things.
Yeah, we've made an impression.
This, after we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Trying to get us kicked out is not gonna save you.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me.
There it is.
I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
Man, her saying it out loud, she must, like, imagine being that far off the deep end and then coming to your senses like this, like, wow. Yeah, I was going through it. I was completely off my rocker.
What? Absurd. Speak sense, woman.
Yeah, you look silly now, don't you, Godot?
Master Heisme is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
You heard the woman.
And I, Barden, captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
God dang.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well, that's quite a turn of events. We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet.
Exactly.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
I thought somebody would try to say we were mind controlling her or something, but yeah, fake.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
But she is.
What will His Eminence Farden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
Right, do you think this is a fake Joanna? He's gonna kill her.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
I feel bad. She killed a whole lot of people, a whole lot of little kids. But, you know, she came around in the end.
What? Right here and now?
Right here and now is really insane, but...
Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties.
Yeah, she was... I feel bad for Joanna.
Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
All she wanted to do was love her kid.
I will. I promise.
Jeez! I feel so bad for her!
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls.
Dang, it's so unjust. If this world sucked less, then she would be living with her little kid right now.
If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
All right. But still, rank 49, that wasn't enough to get us in the top 20. After the events of the exhibition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince. But, Joanna, aww.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
So at least, well, I don't know. She did get what she deserved because she killed a lot of people, but still.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Well, this actually just throws mud on a lot of the Sanctorist teachings.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
Yeah, but if we hadn't done that, she would still be feeding people to it.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. That's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
Who's no, this was one of the guys in Luis's entourage. Oh, it's Luis's entourage.
You were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand man, see?
Easy enough to remember.
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
You know what? That is true. It doesn't seem like Luis is racist, at least. This guy.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Yeah, it probably would have behooved us to let him think that, but
Oh, same idea, yeah. A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
honestly, we had a really weird and confusing way of trying to ingratiate ourselves with him by directly competing with him. I really didn't get it, but Luis seemed to be fine with it, so.
No. We only read it wrong. And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, I would rather they go ahead. Wait, what about his? We never saw what he brought.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So, whoever Rella is probably gonna.
This is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
He knows Luis?
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
We're really not gonna see what Luis brought. That's surprising.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you?
Okay, so this is what's gonna be keeping us in Brylehaven. We'll be kicking about for a few days until that message gets to us.
And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Well, hey. Yeah, Rella's probably...
Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Please go away, Gladell. Nobody's trying to hear you talk.
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Hopefully he does something rash to earn Luis's ire and gets killed by him. But, alright. We're really not going to see what he brought.
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
Might as well be. Yeah.
It's not a done deal.
Still, 'tis a significant step forward. We've crossed a dangerous bridge, and the risk paid off. We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
He's hanging on by a thread, or by a thorn.
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
Luis might be in possession of it?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
It might be literally on his person. It's engraved on his body, why not?
Maybe he's engraved it directly on his body.
This seems like one of those responses that you would pick on a second go through. I don't know, I've played too many JRPGs. It's now that they've put that out there, it's definitely on his body somewhere. That would also mean it's not something he can get rid of.
Yeah, somehow I doubt he'd literally carve incriminating evidence onto his skin. It'd be backwards in a mirror besides. It's more likely to be in his runner.
More likely. I'm probably not going to remember this particular conversation when it comes up later on, but I'm sure it's on his body.
Do you really suppose it would be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a decade ago.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
All right.
Johanna, a backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself.
Well, you did let this kind of you did let the tribal nonsense deteriorate to the way it was. You're partly to blame for it, so of course you'd want to stick it to you.
Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Well, that benighted tribe never stopped dogging my heels.
Yeah, see, it's that kind of talk that put her in that situation.
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith.
These friggin' cheaters!
After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the church is loyalty to the state.
Nah, these jokers need separation of church and state yesterday.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Oh, like the kind, probably different from the kind that Nurse already has us looking for.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
So we'll find the divine relics and I guess make a show of destroying them?
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours?
Sounds real familiar.
Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty.
This friggin' guy.
The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
He's gonna do a what is it? He's gonna do a Britain on the people's religion. Be like, yeah, this stuff was always part of us.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
So he wants to get a little favor out of it for himself. So Godot is going down.
Ever at your service.
I highly doubt he's still going to be in the running after this.
You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved.
It seems like a lot of innocent people would be getting jacked up over this.
Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic,
it might really actually throw a giant wrench into all of this.
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
I don't know.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Okay.
Understood.
So all of this, Yuna is likely going to be our next party member then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yeah. So I highly doubt that Rella is going to be living beyond this next stage.
Hello, a word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Luis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
It's not the place we went to yesterday.
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Luis at a haunt like that.
Actually, you know what? It's probably going to be a trap set up by Gladel.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
Well, we guarantee our own safety, so.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Luis's craft, eh?
I'm sure he'd like to get a little look-see at it.
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
All right. Ooh, it's thunderstorming. The Night Prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
The place should be on the edge of town. I've heard. The ferryman should know how to get there. So we just have to talk with the ferryman really quickly, and then save us up. Because the key bindings, not key bindings, but the shortcuts, they're so different between each game. That's why it might take me a sec. All right, easily enough done. Take us to where we're trying to get to, my good sir. You'd think they'd charge for this kind of service, but I guess it's something that people need in order to go to and from. Night Prowler. So you're one of them brothers we're talking about then. I've heard all about it, so go on, hop in right behind me. Brothers? What brothers? Whoa, what's all this? Well, alright. They built it into the side of a cave. Whoa, this is awesome! But it looks like the floor is kind of... It looks like there's a layer of water on the floor, though.
Well, look who it is. Appreciate you coming out.
So it was you two.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters. Consider this a pre-show. Still, You really are just a kid, aren't you?
That's rich coming from him. He looks like he's a middle schooler.
And you're one to talk?
I wouldn't go having a laugh at my big brother's expense. That's when I get to step in and make some points for my own life.
So he's the big brother, and Basilio's the little brother.
You are brothers, and he is the elder?
And here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame that. It's fine. First offense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a shine to you lot.
The Magnus brothers. Okay.
Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer, right?
Uh-oh. Wait, what's going on? We're getting sinister looks from the whole pub.
What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly? Go on, let's have the pitch.
Let's say...
I'd treat all tribes equally.
Just like Lord Luis.
All right, a bit much. Ease off. You know there's a big difference between meritocracy and equality. You're not doing yourself any favors here, are you?
Should we not have picked that answer?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all about impressing Luis, and we've done that. You're all about results, aren't you?
You'll answer the question from me too.
All right, shoot.
Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies now.
I'm in love with Yuna.
I'm actually in love with Lady Juna.
Juna, right.
Well, my condolences.
Out of your league, chum.
Now you think so, but she actually came on to us first.
I dare say you both speak from the sting of experience.
Oh, she already turned him down?
And you speak like a man with a death wish. Whatever. You got some brass tea, I'll give you that much. Already got more accomplished than Agdaladel ever did. You seem like the types to make yourselves useful.
Not many get Ardel's blessing. It's worth celebrating that.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look in society.
And yet Luis let them into his employ, even regardless of that. That does say something about Luis. Not favorable enough to prevent us from, like, killing him when the time comes, but still.
Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today, so will you.
All right, just tell us what we need to do.
Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius.
And no funny business up there, yeah? Nothing gets past the king's magic, and Lord Luis is one of the top candidates.
Right, so we're not gonna... I mean, we couldn't fight him if we wanted to, so...
We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now? Lord Luis uses them for magic experiments, and, well, you know how that ends.
That's actually extremely realistic. If incredibly idiotic. These must have been assassins who weren't at the capital to see what happened to Grius.
We finally have access to Luis's headquarters.
The Caradrius.
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick search inside.
Oh, you've got two people who'd be perfect for that.
Wait, me?
I mean, you are the smallest.
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question their absence.
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders? But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Skyrunner, we'll assess the situation, then deal with our own tasks.
All right. And I wonder what we'll chat about.
Where?
I just feel bad because, like, Rella, like, before I was like, Juna and Rella might both be party members, but as soon as Juna said that Rella was her sister, that was it. Rella's definitely going to die. It's already sunset. Time flies by so fast.
So,
Luis's Gauntlet Runner, the Caradrius, is stationed in Warship Harbor. Let's take a ferry to get us over there. It is nice being able to just fast travel everywhere. Warship Harbor, Caradrius front. That's no place to visit after a piss up, but alright. Mind yourself and climb aboard. Yes.
Incredible.
It didn't hit me until we got right up close to it, but this runner really is huge. And that's the big water orb thing that we saw.
Hey!
Over here. Keep your heads out of the clouds, will you?
Sam.
You bumpkins can fawn over the Caradrius all you want later. We won't be flying for a good while anyway, what with the soiree and all. Soiree? Soiree? What's that? They're having themselves some kind of party. Hey, Abbas, how about you don't go telling them anything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Now, follow me. I'll give you the grand tour.
Got it.
Oh, and a friendly warning. Be on your best behavior. You try anything clever, you're dead on the spot. Make a rude comment to Lord Luis, you're dead on the spot. Got it? Not shy about making threats. We'll stay on his good side, okay?
Seriously.
Let's not test his patience then, eh? Lord Luis is in the reception room and you don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off.
I feel like having her with us has already kind of overplayed our hand because now they'll be wondering where Gallica is at.
Check this out.
Alright. Oh. And then, just in case, we'll be fine.
Got it.
And here we are. Go on in.
I'm leaving.
Don't wander off. Until you get used to it, this place can be a real maze. So this place is probably going to end up being a dungeon later on in the game.
Yeah?
Wow, there's so many soldiers here. I suppose we should have expected as much from Luis's stronghold. I feel like we're always being watched.
Well,
like it or not, an elder recruit is always going to stand out. But we're on the same side as all of them for now, so stand tall.
And yet...
We're all hunched over like we're ready for battle.
Got it.
The reception room is on the top floor. This lift will get you there. Okay. Whoa!
What in the...
What was that? Happens to everyone. Is that some sort of magic-controlled locking mechanism?
Yeah?
It keeps a suspicious element out. You know, like the bastards pretending they're grunts when they're actually assassins. Whoa, is it reacting to our ill intentions?
I see.
It seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around.
Yeah.
There's different keys to different areas. Only a select few ranking soldiers have them. You want to walk freely around the runner, then you're going to have to move up our ranks a bit first. Okay, so they let us through.
Evidently.
Keys are only given to ranking soldiers, is it? Navigating this place may prove difficult without those in our possession. Yeah. We're still counting on you though, Gallica. You definitely got this. We will need to acquire them then. Already trading treacherous whispers amongst yourselves, eh? Quit with the gossip and get on already. We are acting real suspicious, but it's not anything they aren't used to.
Oh, nice.
It's much bigger than I thought. I almost forgot we're inside a gauntlet runner. This place is definitely going to be a dungeon. Quit looking around so much. Now what have we got here? Are we letting schoolboys in the ranks now? These kids are our new recruits. Whoa. So that's all it took, eh? A little show at the exhibition? Used to be you'd have to prove yourself before you could stand with the Count's men.
No.
They got Lord Luis's approval. If that's not enough for you, I'd keep it to yourself before someone knocks you off that pedestal.
What's the meaning of this?
What, these pissants? Against me? Please, I'm a bloody sergeant. Could settle this right here, right now. They'll be wiping you off the walls. Xanth. We never... Okay, well, I guess we just learned his name by osmosis.
Don't even try it.
Oh, leave it out, Xanth. Get your ass back to your post. That's an order.
Understood?
Just get this through your tiny heads. Power is everything around here. I give you 3 days at most till you run home, tails between your legs. Alright, well, we'll be killing him later, that's for sure.
Seriously.
You just gonna stand there, or you gonna move? Come on. I mean, he was standing there too, wasn't he?
Here?
And this would be Lord Luis's quarters? Just a reception room, lass. He'd be daft to show his face to a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters, wouldn't he?
All right.
Lord Luis is waiting inside. Enter.
Hey.
Guess that's my cue. I'll try looking around for this formula. Be careful. Lots of sharp eyes about. I'll try. You all stay safe too. See you soon, I hope. Alright.
A beautiful city, Brialhaven. But it is its identity I truly respect.
What does he mean?
Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War, if your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the wake of a storm.
So he won dishonorably.
Even now, united in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps this city alive.
And is he trying to, what, destroy that pride?
You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little else. Instead, I would hear what you wish to know most. Ask, and I will answer. That is why I've bid you company.
He's gonna let us talk to him directly. All right.
Here we go.
He's testing us. What should I ask?
Did you kill the king and prince?
Whoa! There is nothing stopping us from just outright asking?
My dagger laid buried in the king's chest until his mortal husk entered the casket.
Wow, and he's not shy about that fact at all.
Then you don't deny it?
I never sought to. I presumed Forden would be more than happy to announce it, but I've heard nothing.
This is okay, this is not how I thought this conversation was gonna go.
The man preyed enough on the state government. Perhaps he feared I would be hailed as a hero instead of derided as a killer. Ever the paragon of cowardice.
So, even he knew that the king sucked.
It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful.
Yeah.
You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
All right, well.
We are much obliged.
Oh, we're gonna get some kind of pass? What is that?
This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger and let the blood fall.
Is this gonna be something that reveals our ill intentions?
A proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our blood flows through the same heart.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. Might take off a whole limb.
I'm sure that's just talk, right?
You hesitate.
It's just that...
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray. But power and order trumps all. That is the crux of my rule.
It seems we have no choice.
Good. It would appear we've passed.
Yeah, see, I knew it was all talk.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
It kind of sucks that they're so... Well, Fidelio and Basilio are pretty personable, and they just don't want to be discriminated against for being carapaces. They're not evil. Well, we'll find out, I guess, later, but They're really nice. I like them.
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut in my retinue.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel honored.
So we'll have about 2 weeks.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party shall be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you will.
Well, I wonder how Gallica's search is going. Yeah, she couldn't go anywhere.
Only this area feels any different from the rest.
Her magic senses.
I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on our side.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
Come on, Gallica, beat a hasty retreat.
Yikes! They're coming this way. I have to hide.
Ooh, a vent. And she's small enough for that to make realistic sense. But how will she know? Well, this is during our conversation, so.
Is this the other side of that door? Never thought it'd lead to a place like this. This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here.
And it doesn't look like we're gonna get lucky again with another vent.
Is someone coming?
Juna!
Figures they'd show up now. Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
Whoa! What's that then? What's she hiding?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
So, it seems like Juna is also working against Count Luis in her own way then. That's probably something personal of his that she shouldn't have.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters. We thought in case you needed.
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear. How awkward for us both.
Yeah, she's definitely putting on an act.
You mean, idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. We'll make ourselves scarce.
See that you do.
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between.
Oh.
I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How were these arranged again?
So, wonder why she's betraying him.
A magic spell? Is that the formula?
So, Juna might know it, so we're gonna have...
Just my luck. I can't carry out something that big. And now I know where it is.
It's in his private quarters, and she's seen it.
Jolly good. You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
Eyes on the prize, Nurse. That's not how you went there.
I worry for Gallica. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
Ah, it seems you worried for naught.
Yeah, she had it completely under control.
I'm back.
Phew. You're clearly bursting with good news, too.
I know, right? I found where the formula is. I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
But we have no means of entering those private chambers.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing there.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't what she told the guards.
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
I mean, only she can really, like, only she can even get past the first door to get there, let alone even get in.
Well, yes, but it might be a bit tricky. To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one.
God dang, dude, Gallica was working!
Luis's private quarters have a special key, too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
She was no friggin' slouch!
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, either the starboard or port corridor, and the bridge.
And then we'll have to do all of this on August 13th during the soiree.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a skeleton crew.
Apparently the soiree will be held at the luxury inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldiers manning his runner are bound to have duties in town that day.
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
That would be a logical issue.
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time?
And go all the way there, all the way to his gauntlet runner, all the way to his private quarters, and then all the way back in that short time?
We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded. This is all work we can get done in advance. On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return by the shortest route possible.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
It's gonna end up being us.
No. I think he'd be our best bet.
Because we're the actual candidate. If we get caught, we might be able to talk our way out of it.
You would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think? It would be risky as a near-solo infiltration. Are you up to the task?
And I guess at some point between now and then, we'll be recruiting Juna.
You'll be the ones in the most danger, won't you?
I can hardly deny it. You're right. And I'm well aware of the fact.
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here. We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn and get some rest.
Right, she's talking my language. But this is...
That reminds me.
By the way, do you remember the man we met in Luis's gauntlet runner? He seemed very proud of his strength.
Yes.
He was rather full of himself, yes. Sergeant Xanth, was it? He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder. He might be in charge of one of the runner's sectors.
I see.
That would be unfortunate. I could tell his strength was formidable even to be near him. I doubt he would simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest for today. We can talk in more detail in the morning. We will talk in more detail in the morning, right after I drop a save. Alright, and let's see what we're gonna, because I want to know, that can't be, his gauntlet runner can't be our main dungeon. I feel like running around and fighting would definitely put too much of a target on our backs. Or would upend the entire mission before then.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
But, alright, let's see what we got. Arbor's Day.
Now then.
Now, starting today, we need to work on an infiltration route to Luis's private quarters. The issue is those in charge of each area, the ones holding the keys. It would seem to make a formidable lineup. What shall we do? How are we going to get in and be killing people without Luis noticing? Maybe the simplest option is the best option. Get them alone, beat their key from them, and push forward.
Even so...
If we mean to attack, a short, decisive encounter is the order of the day. If they call for reinforcements, we may not fare so well. Again, we're just taking it for granted that we'll be able to be fighting in Luis's gauntlet runner?
Yes.
Luis's subordinates have attained their rank through martial prowess. If we wound their pride, negotiation may still be on the table. Okay.
I'm a little worried.
This is a new challenge unlike any we've faced so far. Yeah, it definitely is a remix on the dungeon exploration.
Yeah.
Right. A new situation calls for new tactics. We ought to build up our strength by hunting bounties and the like, or we may end up over our heads. So, this is the game telling us that all of the, that everything you've done up until now, the one night Tartarus ascensions, the 1 day rescue operation, the 1 day TV rescue operations, the 1 day palace infiltrations, and the 1 day situations up until now, reverse it or you're not going to get through. Infiltrating, short, decisive battles. Unlike previous operations, time is of the essence when infiltrating. You will need to keep your battles short, defeating the officers within a certain number of turns. All the officers are quite strong, and each will require you to be tactical. Gather information about them in town and utilize requests to strengthen your abilities to give yourself a fighting chance. Oh, well, hey, here's the thing about not bothering with buying that information I was worried about before. Maybe we could dig up some dirt through an informant. Who knows? They might have a weakness we can exploit.
Got it.
Well then, before we can secure our route to his quarters, it sounds like we have to do some digging before the day of the soiree. So, immediately, let's head out to find an informant and get ourselves some requests.
Let's focus.
Infiltrate the Caradrius. The infiltration route must be secured so Luis's room can be accessed on the day of the soiree. Alright. A mission with a deadline has begun. Be cautious of storms and inclement weather condition that may occur around Brylehaven. Meet with your allies in Warship Harbor to infiltrate Luis's Gauntlet Runner. The interior of Luis's Gauntlet Runner is divided into 4 areas: the crew quarters, the starboard corridor, the port corridor, and the bridge. You'll need to obtain a special key from the person in charge of the bridge, in the deepest part of the ship. Don't forget, you need to gain access to Luis's quarters by the day of the soiree.
Let's head there.
Luis's Gauntlet Runner, huh? So, a request.
Oh, what should I do?
At this rate, they'll surely die. Must my hands always be stained with the blood of children? Wait, what?
Huh?
Sorry, blood and children? Oh, have I seen you somewhere before? Now that I mention it, I do recall seeing an elder boy at the exhibition. One that looked to be the same age as... They say you've been traveling across the country, helping all those in need. If that's true, then may I ask for your aid as well?
Oh, what a pity.
During a training exercise, the city guard's corps were ambushed by a human. There were many casualties, especially among the youngest recruits. I need a special medicine to save them, but the shop stocks are exhausted and I can't make it myself, as it requires ingredients found only within a monster-infested forest. You'll do it! Truly, I cannot thank you enough! The medicine is derived from a fruit called the dragon thistleberry. I hear it grows in the Gracia forest. Perhaps it would be wise to learn about the monsters that inhabit the place first. An informant may know more.
If you can help.
1 dragon thistleberry isn't going to be enough to save everyone, so I'll need 7. I know it'll be difficult, but lives depend upon it.
Let's give it a shot.
Alright. And so, the whole thing is that because before, when we didn't really have to worry about, this must be Gracia Forest. There should be places to park the runner between the trees. Okay. But that's the main thing. It's like, before, we wouldn't really have, like, being able to fight long, drawn-out battles made things easy enough on us.
Alright then.
But, okay, and there's someone else who needs a request from us. How do we get over there? Night Prowler. But since we have to be able to beat enemies who are much stronger than us fast, then yeah.
Greetings.
Well, if it isn't my friend Heath, what a pleasure. But why the face? You're looking at me like I'm a stranger. We have no idea who you are. But you visited Night Prowler. I'm its founder. Even if this is our first time meeting in the flesh, I consider any customer a dear friend. Back off a little, man. You're moving kind of fast. What do you even want with us? Well, I'm hoping you can do some negotiation on my behalf, so I can get my deed back. Wait, so he's the founder but doesn't have the deed? Tragically, I had to offer it as collateral on a loan, but even after my paying my creditor off, I haven't been able to get it back in my hands. Oh, they screwed him over. The man in question is a respected Ishkian noble, whereas I am but a humble parapus entrepreneur. I doubt I can count on the law backing me. But he won't treat a high-profile candidate with the same rudeness. That's the kind of man he is. And of course, you'll be compensated for your success. I've got some unusual armor I think you'll find quite useful. Listen to that confidence! I feel emboldened just hearing the words. The noble in question has a certain fondness for, shall we say, blood sport. I don't doubt he's watching a fight as we speak. He's an Ishkia fellow positively dripping with disdain for us common folks. Can't miss him, I'm sure.
Well then.
I'll be waiting here. You just let me know when you've got your hands on that deed.
Let's give it a shot.
Var Marino Coliseum and Arena Front Wharf. Oh, that's why it's called Arena Front? So we're looking for a pompous Ishkia, huh?
All right.
One who enjoys watching fights. You thinking what I'm thinking?
All right then.
So we've got two more requests. Well, two more requests that we know of.
Yeah?
And then, what do you got?
Excuse me?
Please, mister, make me your apprentice. Apprentice? Apprentice? Where is this coming from? You're that candidate from the exhibition, right? One of my friends saw and started talking about how cool you were. So I want to be like you, mister. Please let me be your apprentice.
No kidding.
Ah, so that's why. But we can't exactly take a kid like you with us. Yeah, you're no Ken Amada. If you want this friend of yours to notice you, I'm sure there's another way. Like, getting them something they like. Yay! That might be good. It's my friend's birthday soon, so a gift would be great. Maybe flowers like from the flower shop. Oh wait, my friend wouldn't want any old flower you can get from this city. That's boring. I got it. I'll go exploring outside the city and look for a wildflower. Instead of getting yourself killed over a flower, how about you let us do it?
Huh?
Sure, if you want to get eaten by wild humans. It's way too dangerous for a kid to go wandering out there. We've got a gauntlet runner, so how about leaving this one to us? You're really nice, mister. Then will you bring me a flower?
If so...
You can become Heath's supporter in return. Basically, you just gotta cheer him on to help him become king. Yay! I'll be your supporter, I promise. I'll just wait here till you've got the flower. My friend's birthday is August 10th, so before then.
All right.
If it's a flower from another city we need, I bet a church would have it. Why not stop by St. Firmus Church and ask?
Let's give it a shot.
Alright, so we just gotta hit up San Lumeo Street. And then... there was one more.
All right then.
Yeah. Okay, so there really is only one more request. But 4 is still a pretty good amount. Damn, those bastards think I'm making this up. I definitely saw it. I know I did. Ugh!
That's how it's gonna be, is it?
I'm in no mood to be gawked at, kid. My teeth are killing me here. It hurts so damn much, I've started seeing tooth monsters. Oh, we've been seeing them too. At this rate, I'm gonna need my teeth extracted. Almost all of them. If only some kind, generous soul could help me. Well, I need a certain item to cure my toothache. If only some kind fellow would bring it to me, I'd give 15,000 reeve. Fantastic! I knew you seemed reliable from the first time I laid eyes on... I feel like I've seen you before somewhere. Right, you were a candidate at the exhibition. Then that makes this easy. The thing I need is just a quick jaunt away if you've got a gauntlet runner. So what's this item you're looking for? It's the pride of Inundo, the toothbrush of Hygienia. I need you to buy one for me. Inundo. Of course I'll reward you, and you'll have my vote, whatever that's worth. I'll wait for you until August 9th. Any longer and I really will have to get them all pulled, so please!
Let's give it a shot.
The toothbrush of Hygienia. Alright. And Undo was right here. Alright. I tried to go there myself, but every step just made my teeth hurt even more. Ow! You okay there, buddy? Looks like I'm not going anywhere. Guess I'll be waiting here. God damn, that hurts!
Let's give it a shot.
Boy, this guy needs help. We better go buy that toothbrush of Hygienia as soon as we can. But okay, we've got our stuff set, and I'm probably going to at least give it a preliminary shot. We'll drop a save and then go into the thing and then see how far we get after I find that informant. But that's all going to be next time, so definitely join me then for more Metaphor ReFantazio. Bye for now, guys.